Media Day 2019, we get ready for another exciting season of West Branch football. Coach Pedersen joining us right now. Coach, here we are on the Little Rose Bowl field, Butch Pedersen field, and getting ready for the start of this season. Same schedule that we had last year, just flipped, so we get to go on the road 5 times, home for 4 times. But what are you looking at as we head into this season?
Well, I mean, I'm really pleased with the family-type atmosphere that these guys are showing right now. They're working hard. They're getting after people. They're very coachable, and they're very close-knit already. And that's kind of sometimes you have to develop that tightness, but they've pretty well already had that taken care of.
Well, and it's going to be an interesting year when you've had a 3-year guy at quarterback in Bo Cornwell that's gone. You're going to have Gavin Hirschman coming into that spot. You've got some other guys that are fitting into spots. That's part of what makes the excitement of high school football. It's not like the NFL where you can keep a guy for 15 years. You got to make those changes every couple of years. So talk about some of those changes and that excitement.
Well, you know, Gavin's worked extremely hard at quarterback, and having his dad be the offensive coordinator, it probably doesn't hurt any. They can talk about it when they're eating supper or whatever, but I know John also does a great job not doing a lot of that at home. He's going to be a dad first. But Gavin's come on. He throws the ball extremely well and runs the ball well. So I think we're going to have a very good quarterback in Gavin. And I think the offense will be completely diversified this year. That we have a lot of different weapons that we can go to. And defensively, we return a bunch of people, and they are hungry. They want to get after people. They want to hit, and we think that that's going to be a strong suit. And so far in camp, our kicking game has been better than last year. We have kickers that can kick it a little deeper than we had last year, and we're excited about all 3 of those phases then meshing together so we can have a good, solid unit.
Well, and speaking of units, I know we always look offensive line, former guy myself up front there. Look at that group. You know, we lost a few guys off of there. You've got some guys that kind of sprinkled some experience. What are you anticipating from that group this season?
Well, you know, I think every offensive line has to develop a chemistry and a feel for one another, and they're kind of going through that right now. I thought the last 2 days in camp, they've done a lot better, and we have some depth there where we're trying to develop the top 5, plus we also want at least 2 and maybe 3 more on top of that. And this morning in practice, we moved a kid from a running back position into the line, and he looked very, very good in Morgan Hartz. And so we have some depth, I think, now, and we're going to continue to work on that. Numbers are down a little bit, you know, 4 or 5 kids down. I think the problem in society today is the diversification needs to be we need to continue to encourage kids to go out for everything. And some people, you know, want to specialize, and I think West Branch is too small a school to be specializing, and I really am against that concept. I want the kids to go out for everything they possibly can, whether it be sports, fine arts, you know, drama, whatever, because they can have a lot of good life skills that way.
Finally, I mentioned the schedule. We flip everything, and I said this is going to be one of those kind of unknown years. Last year we came in, and you could scout some of these teams. They had guys that had been there for a few years. You knew what to expect. Feels like this year there's a lot of unknowns, so it's going to really be a learning curve on what to expect from some of these opponents this season.
And we're going to have to be ready to go off the get-go because of our first 4 games, 3 of them on the road. So that's a tough draw for us. 3 schools are 2A schools, and we're a 1A school. And so we have to be ready for that like we were a year ago, and I'm confident that that'll happen. We condition the kids extremely hard. That came from the Roger Hansen years, and I haven't forgotten that. And these kids are in very good shape.
We're looking forward to it, Coach. Thanks very much, and we're ready for the season to get going.
Thank you, and I also want to thank Larry Wall. He's one of my best friends. He was George Peoples when he played basketball at Iowa, and I was called Chris Purval, so we had a lot of good times together. But he had some tough things happen to him this spring, and he's bounced back, and I think he's one of the finest people I've ever been around.
Good to hear. Media Day 2019, kickoff just around the corner. Stay tuned here to westbranchfootball.com for all the details.
Peyton Miller, sophomore, wide receiver and corner.
Trey Eagle, senior captain, wide receiver, defensive back.
Lonnie Smith, DN, and junior.
Kelby Berger, junior, quarterback and safety.
Cale Federlin, junior, tight end and linebacker.
Dakota Kalberg, senior captain, wide receiver and safety.
Gavin Hirschman, junior, quarterback, safety.
John Yates, senior, running back, safety.
White Goodale, senior, wide receiver, safety.
Dominic Culver, junior, running back and linebacker.
Morgan Hartz, junior, running back, nose guard.
Christian Allen, senior, tight end, defensive end.
Jack Robertson, senior, receiver, defensive back.
Tanner Lukuski, senior, running back, linebacker.
Mason Swisher-Hens, senior, receiver / corner.
David Camacho, senior, linebacker, corner, split end, tight end.
Caleb Sexton, running back and safety.
junior.
Cameron Hauser, senior, guard, linebacker.
Matt Paulson, senior, center, and linebacker.
Dalen Peterson, senior, O-line, D-line.
Matt Westcott, junior, O-line, D-line.
Brad Hunger, senior, O-line, linebacker.
Trey Schutte, junior, O-line, D-line.
Jeff Bowie, junior, defensive and offensive line.
Dylan Butler, junior, offensive and defensive line.
Jack Buell, junior, O-line and D-line.
Matt Rummelhart, senior, O-line, D-line.
Drake Berry, sophomore, offensive tackle, defensive end.
John Hirschman, offensive coordinator. This is my 7th year.
Kevin Crosswaite, 7th year, varsity, special teams, offensive line, defensive line.
Tyler Bailey, quite a few years, linebackers.
Kevin Braddock, receivers, defensive backs, 4 years.
Jason Peterson, offensive line coach, 2nd year.
Chet Wisniewski, 1st year, offensive and defensive varsity line.
Quinn Hayden, sophomore, wide receiver, safety.
Brady Hunger, sophomore, receiver, corner.
Carver Belt, quarterback, safety, freshman.
Aiden Shields, freshman, corner, and wide receiver.
Andy Henson, freshman, running back, linebacker.
Wyatt Federland, freshman, fullback, wingback, linebacker.
Adrian Zamudio, freshman, cornerback, and wide receiver.
Kenneth Belk, offensive defensive back, freshman.
Gavin Hills, sophomore, fullback, and linebacker.
Cole Bailey, sophomore, right guard, and linebacker.
Carlos Camacho, freshman, offensive guard, and middle linebacker.
Jackson Kalberg, freshman, O-line, linebacker.
Aiden Dingbaum, freshman, O-line, D-line.
Benjamin Short, freshman, O-line, D-line.
Grady Burmeister, freshman, O-line, D-line.
I am Logan Foster Polson. I'm a freshman and a defensive, offensive lineman.
Dante Zuniga, freshman, tight end, linebacker.
Matt Hills, 11th year, head JV coach.
Josh Lukuski, 1st year, JV offensive coordinator.
Dave Kabla, 3rd year, JV, receivers, special teams.
Luke Pasivio, 2nd year, JV defensive coordinator.
Dane Zuniga, 1st year, O-line, D-line, JV.
Brad Heidoff, many years, team doctor.
Media Day 2019, and talking with some of the assistant coaches. We got Jason Pedersen with us right now, and Jason is moving up in the world, it sounds like. Moving up to varsity offensive line coach this year. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Like I said, the candidate pool wasn't very deep, so it's kind of promotion by default. So we'll take it.
Remind me, is this 2nd or 3rd year that you've been on staff?
2nd year. Started with fresh off offensive and defensive linemen last year, and then we're doing varsity offensive line and then helping out with the defensive line a little bit too.
Okay. So just kind of take fans through, what kinds of things are you looking for as that offensive line coach to get these guys really meshing together as a unit?
Just kind of continuity on the line, those guys working together, communicating, knowing their assignments, knowing their responsibilities. They're going to be the key to the success of our football team. Everything starts and stops with the offensive line. So making sure that all those guys are on the same page, and then also developing, guys for next year too. It's not just about this year, it's about the future of the program. So having those young guys develop and knowing what their responsibilities are as well.
Well, and I think a lot of fans maybe just assume, they get out there and you just kind of run into each other, and go through just kind of a brief overview of some of the intricacies of playing offensive line. I mean, there's a lot more to it than just lining up and hitting the guy across from you a little bit hard.
Yeah, they read the defense and they make their calls, their line calls based off of what they see. John Hirschman, our offensive coordinator, runs a pretty sophisticated offense, for the high school level. So there's a lot of responsibilities that they have to do, a lot of checks and balances, and they've got to be talking and, it's a lot different now than it used to be. It's a lot more complicated defenses, and the looks and the fronts that they're getting they can be exotic. So those guys have to be on their toes, and they have to be able to make adjustments on the fly. So it's not just getting in front of somebody. There's some technique.
My name is Cody Regenator. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a manager for the West Branch Bears.
I'm Logan Keeler. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a manager for the West Branch Bears.
Dalton Kilberg, sophomore. I'm a manager for West Branch Bears.
Julia Miles, junior, and a manager for West Branch Bears.
My name's Carly Culver. I'm a freshman, and I'm a manager for the West Branch Bears.
I'm Jody Culver, and I am the manager's sponsor.
Cooper Hartz, going into 4th grade, and I'm a West Branch ball boy.
Kason Gingrich, going into 4th grade. I'm going to be a West Branch ball boy.
Kyler Donahoe, going into 4th grade. I'm going to be a West Branch ball boy.
Garrison Kova, I'm going in 4th grade. I'm a West Branch ball boy.
My name is Jalen Botcherbeck. I'm a senior, and I'm on the performance squad.
I'm Abby Westcott. I'm a junior, and I'm on the performance squad.
My name's Mackenzie Pepper. I'm a junior, and I'm on performance squad.
I'm Natalie Lynn. I'm a junior, and I'm on the spirit squad.
I'm Skylar Yegi. I'm a junior, and I'm on the performance squad.
Hi, my name is Junlin Helbel, and I'm in the spirit squad.
I'm Anne-Marie Giese. I'm a junior, and I'm on the spirit squad.
I'm Savannah Sexton. I'm a junior, and I'm on the performance squad.
I'm Madison Hovansik. I'm a sophomore, and I'm on the performance squad.
I'm Andy Atkins. I'm a sophomore, and I'm on the performance squad.
I'm Sydney Robb. I'm a sophomore, and I'm on the performance squad.